Today we're going to be spectating a top 5 Psylocke player inside Marvel Rivals Season 3 to see what they do better and how we can improve together. Spectating our player here who's Fluent, who is a keyboard and mouse Psylocke player. Usually we spectate a lot of controller players, but because there's too many private accounts out there, we'll spectate the top 5 in terms of keyboard and mouse Psylocke players, right? So there's not too much in the way of flanking at the moment, and on domination points you need to play them slightly differently. So you can't flank all the time on a domination point, so just keep that in mind. So we've got our damage dealt here and doing a bit of damage to the tanks, as you can see in the front line. And we get a pick on the Moon Knight. I have no clue how we managed to get that. I don't know if that was like a hit and hope for the combo there, just because there was a couple of enemies. I'm not really too sure. Using the cover and using the dash to get out of the way, which was really good there. And we're using this kind of cover ridge to kind of stay hidden, right? We don't want to just stand right in front of the enemy's face. We're trying to kind of stand behind them at the same time, but we're doing our bit and doing a couple of melee combos as well, as you can see. We get the Thor as well. And we're going to shoot this Moon Knight and dash up at him and go invisible as well. And then this 1v1, 90% of the time, unless Moon Knight throws down his unk, you do win those with Psylocke. You pretty much win most 1v1s with Psylocke, even against other DPS. And that is just because she's just built that way. She's a great 1v1 hero, in my opinion. And there's only a couple of 1v1 heroes that can maybe beat her. And like I said, most of the DPS heroes go down to Psylocke, man. That's why she's so good in this game. She's kind of got a little bit of everything. Range damage, close range damage is a little bit better than her range damage, of course, with the way her primary fire works. The combos are pretty good. Her melee with her dash combined is also pretty strong as well for a little bit extra damage. Psylocke's a really cool hero. I have had some playtime on Psylocke. I actually do like playing this hero quite a bit. When I first started playing Marvel Rivals, it wasn't quite like that, but we're doing a bit of poke damage from range here, but we're waiting for our team to regroup. So we've got Spider-Man with us, who could kind of semi-dive with us here, which is quite good. But we're dealing some flank poke damage, and we managed to get an assist on that Moon Knight, I believe, or the Thor. And then we get an assist on the Mag as well. Dealing some damage to the Luna in the back here. Then we do get the finish on the Luna as well as our team is pushing up. So the poke damage paid off. We were dealing poke damage for a good bit there. And then once our Mag pushed up, we managed to get the finish. Waiting for the enemy team to come out now. And this is what you need to do when you're in the kind of lower ranks, is that you shouldn't be holding on the objective point. You should be holding slightly further up, so it takes the enemy team a while to get to the objective point. 1v1 on the Mag there. We did kind of take a bit of damage. And the Punisher has ulted at this point, so we do need to kind of stay away from that. Going invisible here. And dealing our poke damage once again. Using our secondary combo. We've got Magneto ulting in the enemy team, and then we go invisible to try and kind of counter that so he can't see us. Back on the Punisher again because he's dealing the poke damage in the back. The Luna gets bubbled, but we do pick her anyway. So the Luna gets bubbled by her Mag, by the way, just so you're aware. 1v1 on the Moon Knight again, and we win those every single time. Our team's almost capped the point now, so we just need to make sure we go back and seal that cap. We do get a quick finish on the Punisher and the Loki. We got an assist on the Punisher. And then we get the finish on the Mag. We can dash up here, but I don't know if he knew that standing behind that piece of cover would block the Thor ultimate. We've got a Luna ulting on the point, and then the Moon Knight ulting as well on top of that, to make sure we don't cap the point. But regardless, we might be able to cap this here. Now that we're halfway through the gameplay, if you are enjoying it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, as we'll be spectating a lot more when it comes to Marvel Rivals in Season 3 with the buffs and the nerfs that took place. We've got a lot more coming to this game, such as a new team up with The Thing and Human Torch. It was such a small kind of teaser that I didn't want to make a full video all about it. but that is more to come with season 3 as well. But let's get straight back into this gameplay. On the second round now on the domination point, so let's see if we can win this round, and let's see how we use this map to our advantage as Psylocke. If we do, or if we keep just playing the kind of poke damage game, that's what our player seems to be doing here with Psylocke. 1v1ing this Moon Knight seems to be their favorite thing to do, by the way. Like, I feel like they know it's an easy kill, so they just keep going for the Moon Knight. They were back again with the Moon Knight, flanking the Moon Knight. Moon Knight's out, done, easy. On the Scarlet Witch, bit of a slightly tougher fight, because if you're super close range to Scarlet Witch, then you need to be wary of the fact that she's pretty much lock on. Get a quick finish on the Hulk there by dashing through him. And that is a good way to use your dashes to get that quick finish. Get bubbled by our mag here, but we're trying to fight the 1v1 or the 2v1 with our Doctor Strange. Making sure we take out the Loki clones, super important, obviously. Making sure there's no flanks as well, that was really good to check that. Just dealing some poke damage there, standard stuff. Try to hold the enemy back as we should be doing. Obviously, we've got 20% on the point. And this is obviously a high ranked game as well, by the way, so it's not like it's a super easy game. We've got our rocket ultimate to make sure the enemies stay pinned back, and then we pop our ultimate on top of that. There's a Scarlet Witch ultimate going quite far away from us, but our mag manages to get the finish anyway, so we don't need to worry about that too much. And then we've got the enemy team stuck right back in their spawn, man. Unless they get some kind of like strange portal or something crazy going on here, they're kind of stuck here for a good while. We've got our Loki trying to pop some lamps to see if he can keep himself alive, but he cannot. Max bubbled us. We're going to almost jump into the Namor ultimate there, which is a bit unfortunate. And we're getting healed up by our rocket, which is pretty cool. We've got our Luna ult now as well, so now we can just carry on pushing. So the enemy team have capped the point now, so we just need to see if we can win the point back off of them. Poke damage on the Hulk. Again, not kind of going too far in. There's no need for that. We're using this cover to our advantage here. Waiting for our tank to kind of push up, which is our Magneto. And kind of just dealing this bit of poke damage to this Hulk that's trying to dive us at the moment. We can get the quick finish on the Hawkeye. Unfortunately, we missed some of our shots, which is a bit unfortunate here. We do get a quick couple of picks on the Namor and the Rocket with the help of our Hela as well. Dealing some damage here to the Hulk, trying to get him down, and we've managed to cap the point again. So we've definitely dominated the enemy team this round. And as you can see, our team's playing super well together, making sure that we stack together dealing damage. We've got a strange portal coming in to try and cap the point. As usual, end game stuff that we need to do, man. The stuff that you need to do to make sure you touch the point in this game is crazy. We've got our ultimate going now. We do get the Hawkeye, and then we might get a finish on this Mr. Fantastic as well here. He goes down regardless. So that's our player Fluent, who goes 29-2 with 15 final hits as Psylocke. This is actually a Celestial Psylocke player, by the way. So what you're watching is some high level gameplay. Now on domination points is not quite as high level because you don't have as many flank routes. You can't play off angles nearly as much. But what you did see is a lot of poke damage and a lot of pushing at the correct time and playing with your team really well. If you enjoyed this video and you learned something new, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And thank you very much for watching.